if you get your wish, if you shut the borders? What happens then?
First of all, if we close the borders, as we intend, we will protect better the citizen. I'm sorry to say that I believe that the various experts have just heard just a bit in denial of reality. Should I remind you that among the killers in the Bataclan in Paris, there were among the 9 people, 2 came as refugees in Europe. And we arrest every day more and more people.
Yeah, they were using fake passports.
Or presenting themselves as refugees and sent by ISIS, by the Islamic State, in order to commit murders and atrocities. So our main aim as Eurosceptic parties, populist parties as you would call them, is first to be the voice of the voiceless. Because I'm afraid to tell you that the consequences of this open border policy is felt first by ordinary people. When you are in a popular neighborhood and where you have more and more foreign people, refugees or migrants coming with different attitudes vis-à-vis women, vis-à-vis security, vis-à-vis property and other problems, you are on the first line in order to get the consequences of these policies that are decided at the EU level.
But you're tarring everybody with the same paintbrush here.
Sorry?
You're saying, you're generalizing there. You're saying they're all like that.
Listen, I'm not generalizing, but let me give you a figure. There was in the Figaro of yesterday, a study saying that over 30% of Muslim people in France believe that Sharia should prevail on the civil code and the national law of France.
I don't know where you found that study.
And this rises to 50% of the young generation under 25. So if you tell me that the national cohesion of our society is not put in danger by these migrants and their belief...
But that's just plain wrong. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you. That's plain wrong. When you know that most people who are Muslim in France are lapsed Muslims themselves. So it's plain wrong to assert something like that.
It's not wrong, and it's corroborated by many other studies from the University of Berlin, for example, with even higher figures. And this is threatening the core of our societies, the cohesion of our societies. And ordinary people just feel it, just know it, just see it every day. And I'm very surprised that all these experts cannot realize it with all the studies and books and so on, cannot realize what's going on in the street.
Shoshana, fine. Let me ask you about this. Is there a discrepancy between the reality and the perception?
Absolutely, and I think this is really quite terrifying. I mean, how many times have we said the term Muslim during this debate? Many times. This didn't used to be an issue, but I think what we can see increasingly is a rising Islamophobia when we're talking about migration policy. This has always existed at some kind of level, but it's become increasingly explicit. So this kind of orientalization of migration policy, where not only are we securitizing the refugee, but particularly the Muslim refugee. And what is happening with this is that these people, we're taking away their fundamental rights because we're putting them in a kind of collective, securitized identity as part of a kind of Muslim threat.